Hello there and welcome once again to Red Gaming Tech. Today is the 24th of July and I have some news for you concerning the Xbox One, as Xbox One games will come with a recommended retail price tag of £49.99, and this has been officially confirmed by Microsoft. And according to a report by OXM, the prices have been set over on Microsoft's online store and will likely be reduced when the games hit retailers. So basically this means that over in France and other quarters of Europe, you're looking at a recommended retail price of €69.99. There's one thing to remember though, that the recommended retail price is usually high and then brought down once the games actually hit the shelves and are ready for customers to buy. So keeping that in mind, it's likely that Xbox One games will cost roughly the same as current gen Xbox 360 releases. However, the price reduction that we normally see from the recommended retail price, it might not be at the start of the console generation. Online retailers such as Amazon, Shop2 and so on may wish to price the games nearer the recommended retail price for the moment. So that basically could mean £45 or something like that rather than 50. It's tough to say. At the moment, first-party Xbox One games are carrying an initial price point of $59.99. And Amazon currently has the Need for Speed Rivals for £43.99 on the Xbox One. So that might be a rough idea of the sort of price we might be seeing for Xbox One games. But of course this is for full-blown AAA releases, and of course for any big releases, box titles from any lesser-known games as well. I mean, I'm sure the lesser-known games might be a bit cheaper, say, I don't know, 35 instead of 45 or what have you. But what's really going to be interesting is the price of digital releases, because obviously this is for boxed copies. Obviously this is all physical copies that whether you buy it online or what have you, it is going to be a disc in a case. So it'd be interesting to see if there's any word on the kind of pricing we can expect to see for any digital releases. Personally, this isn't really that huge a deal. If they were selling for £50, I would probably be quite concerned. But if they do the normal reduction from the RRP, then I'm not too worried, because I've already seen games for the Xbox 360 being sold for £42.99. I remember going into my local game, which is basically sort of the UK equivalent of GameStop, only much smaller, and they were selling at the time a new release, Assassin's Creed 3, for that price, and I've seen other games sell for that price as well. For example, Devil May Cry, the new one of course, and many other games that I can't really recall the names of, I have seen it being sold at that price at certain retailers. It really depends where you go as to the price. Of course, it does vary from retailer to retailer, but let's say that Xbox One games are being sold at £42.99 or around that. So, you know, £44 to £45 roughly. It's not really that much more than some games are already selling for. It is quite expensive, and it's closer to 50 than a lot of us would prefer, I'm sure. But this is better than the $80 price we've been seeing for EA games. Of course, I just said that the Need for Speed game is listed for £43.99, but EA did recently say that they were going to be raising the prices for their games, their first-party games, to £54.99 or $80. So it's really tough to say what's going on with all these different price points at the moment. What is confirmed, definitely 100%, is the recommended retail price of £49.99. So we're going to be roughly seeing £45, I would guess, initially at release, and perhaps a slight price reduction as time goes on. It's really tough to say how much of a reduction we'll actually be seeing, but I highly doubt they'll actually be selling for £50, because, well, that's quite a price hike for most people, I feel. Anyway, that is me done for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, do hit me with any thoughts and opinions down below. What do you make of the pricing for this, and what sort of prices do you expect to see for digital releases? Because of course we haven't really seen any confirmation one way or the other as to the pricing we'll be seeing for digital games. All of this discussion has been for the boxed copy. So I'd be curious to see your guys' opinions from the different regions and so forth. And oh yeah, thank you again for watching, and I'll see you next time.